So what do you reckon about bats then, Russell?
Well, there's going to be bats using this place. It's got a lot of dead wood up in the trees there and in the crevices that you'll get roosting bats, and they'll be feeding in here on the insects. But the more this laurel takes over, the darker and more cluttered it gets, the less good it'll get for wildlife. So the more you can clear those non-natives out, open it up, plant in some more native species, then you'll achieve a better wildlife resource here. And it'll be easier to access.
What sort of species should we be thinking about putting in then?
You want understory species like hazel, but you also want species that have berries, so that the thrushes that come here in the winter can feed on those. Anything that provides food for wildlife, really. There's some quite nice things. There's quite a lot of holly in here, and hawthorn and elder, but it's all getting drowned out by these very aggressive non-native species.
And the knotweed, I mean, we're planning to just glyphosate that. Is there any alternatives to that, or do we just have to go ahead?
Not really. I think you've got a doable knotweed problem, if you like. There's not too much of it. It's all in one area. It hasn't spread too much. You can probably capture that quite easily. 2 or 3 years of glyphosate, whatever it's called, should get rid of that. And again, you've got rid of a very invasive species that gets rid of all the native stuff.
And this bit down, we were just walking down this bank here. We were thinking of sort of extending the edge of the woodland up to the path. You were mentioning about possible problems with vandalism, and that we put the trees in and then the kids rip them out. So
it's a common problem in our society these days. I think the approach should be do the simple stuff well and vandal-proof. Don't try and do anything too complicated. But there's a lot of stone in there from previous works. You could maybe use that to create a feature that school kids and picnickers and local people could use to sit quietly in the new planted area, and the community becomes, they start to value it a lot more than someone's just turned up and planted trees.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ross. We look forward to your report.
No problem.